lagged. I was in New York over the weekend, and I was on the Megyn Kelly Today Show, it's going to be aired this coming Friday, the 21st of September. So if you have not set your DVR for Megyn Kelly Live at 9 a.m. I think it's Pacific Standard Time and Eastern Standard Time. Set it now. Megyn Kelly Live. You are going to love it. It was so much fun being on her show. And I was on there for a segment by myself with her, talking about getting back out in the dating world. And then I was on with my son, which we were talking about how we started our podcast called Sex Talk with My Mom. So if you guys were wondering where I've been, that's where I've been. Let's see. You like the necklace? The necklace is, if you could see, it's cut out. It's like a Buddha. And it's made out of jade, and I got it at an art fair. So, okay, because I really believe in like positivity and Buddhism and all that kind of stuff. So again, I started a little late today because I'm trying to catch up on what time zone I'm in, because it's a huge difference being 3 hours. Plus, yesterday I was at the airport, and if you want to watch the funny story, kind of funny, I took it as funny, go to my Instagram, Sex Talk with My Mom, and you'll see my son and I go through where we were supposed to leave at 5 p.m. and didn't leave till 10 p.m. And it was a little bit of a disaster because we got in really late. But anyway, whatever. Here we are. And so hi to everyone on Instagram. That's you guys right here. And hi, everyone on YouTube. And let's see, where was I? Did you change your name? It's always been KarenLee, but it's going to be KarenLee Love, and I did it a while ago. Just make it easier for people to find me because I talk about love. Okay, let's see. Sup to you guys. Yeah, sup. She sounds like Lois Griffin. I'm assuming that's a compliment, but for whatever reason, I'm guessing Lois is not. This is like the first time I had like in a while, a little raspy. Plus, I was flying and traveling, and the airplane and the dryness and blah. So my voice sounds like Lois. That's because I'm Loising. Let's see. Just got done vacuuming. Great time to sit down and take a break to watch my favorite Cougar. Oh, all right there, Dylan's. Currently, okay, where have I been? How have I been, Tasha? Okay, so I am currently back in Los Angeles. Yay. And let's see. Okay. What questions do you have for me? Are you blowing up, baby? That's why you're busy. Yes, William, I'm blowing up, I guess. I don't know. I've been super busy, and I'm glad to see that. I'm writing a book for all of you people that did not realize it. I'm writing a book called The Secrets of Dating Older Women. And I have I'm going to input all of your comments and questions, my answers. And also, you're going to see younger men's answers to all the questions that you guys ask, and who are successful at dating older women. And that means all aspects of dating, if you know what I mean. So yes, I think you guys are going to like that book. It'll be out soon, but when, I don't know. So today I got a huge audience on YouTube. So I will answer your questions as they pop up. But if you want to get your question answered first, super chat me down below here. There's a little $sign. You can just super chat me and I'll answer yours first. Yes. What is it that you have urgently on your mind? Oh, Family Guy cartoon. That's who Lois is. I'm taking that as an insult. Let's see. I've never been on an airplane. Too chicken. Well, you just realize that I always say to myself, because I used to have a major fear of flying, that you're much more likely to die in a plane crash. I mean, shit. You're much more likely to get into a car accident than a plane crash, like 1,000 or 100,000 more likely to do it that way. So just think of it as the waves of the ocean in a boat, same thing in the sky. This is what I talk to myself. When all else fails, have a nice stiff drink. Okay. So questions about anything. Lois sounds sexy, so it's a compliment. Okay, I feel much better now. I have beautiful hair. Thank you. I want to lay you down and take advantage. Okay. Thank you for all these semi pervy compliments. All right. Any questions will be answered now. Hi to everyone that are regulars and ones who are just joining me. It looks like this is a good time for everybody. I've got a lot more people on than usual, so that's great. Yeah, usually I do it in the morning here in LA, but hey, if you haven't already, thumbs up this video so that more people hear about me. What do you want to know? I have some 12 basic questions that are going to be answered in my book about like, where do you meet a cougar? How do you know if a cougar is interested in you? How do you approach a cougar? How do you get a cougar's phone number? And how do you take her out? And how do you get her in bed? And what do you do with a cougar in bed? And what do you do with a cougar that has kids? All these questions will be answered. Give us a guide on pursuing a mature woman. All right, here we go. The general guidelines of pursuing an older woman are first and foremost, fix yourself. That means like take a look at yourself. What can you do to make yourself the 10 that you know you can be? So, if that means start working out, start eating right, start doing meditation, read books on self-help, get yourself a decent passion or a career, make yourself as like excited to be alive as you can. So the first, like basic stuff for yourself, because a lot of you guys think, oh, I'll just go up to a random girl and ask her out, and it's probably not going to fly, especially if she's pretty savvy with the world. Older women have been around for a while, so they know all the tricks, and they don't want some bullshit artist coming up to them and saying, oh, you're so hot, you're burning up my monitor, that kind of one-liners, or you're so beautiful. They've heard that shit before. I mean, some guys say that works for them, and I saw you from across the room, and I just want to tell you how gorgeous you are. Maybe not. I'm more interested in a guy that walks up to me and says, hey, not only are you, very attractive, but I'm more interested in hearing what makes you tick. I want to hear about your passions. I want to hear what you're interested in. Let's see. Is there typically a minimum age for most cougars? No. I mean, I think it depends on how old you're talking about. If you're a 30-year-old, I don't think dating a 21-year-old is that big of a deal. But if you're a 40-year-old, dating maybe a 19-year-old is not going to work. So each one has to be taken on an individual case-to-case basis. I've been dating a cougar for 2 years now. She's 47. All right, Houston. So how's that going for you? How did it happen? How is it working? What are your problems? What are the challenges? What are the good things? What are the bad things? You recorded the interview, Paul, but it was only the hurricane coverage will be shown. It wasn't okay. So when I was on the Megyn Kelly show, which was I was there last Thursday for the taping, they postponed it from last Friday to this Friday, the 21st, because of the hurricane. Because they thought, well, they don't want this great of an episode where we flew across the country to be missed because of the hurricane coverage. So I'm glad to see that they did the right thing by keeping it for the following week. So you got to record it again there, Paul. Let's see. Listen to music that she grew up with. Okay. Will Tapper, so you're suggesting I must have missed have a relationship with a guy your age who is okay with you dating cubs. I don't know what the question is. Give us young men the goal to date mature women. Okay. You like my advice? Thank you, Dash. Okay. So back to where I was saying about the music. Yeah, the more things that you can find in common to talk about, because, okay, there's two things going on. One, she's going to want someone who she has a fun time with, like in general, just like talking about stuff. You can't be with someone that's like, yeah, I listen to only rap music, because most likely she's not going to know any rap songs. I mean, maybe she'll know a little Eminem, but that's about it. But she will know every classic rock, and she will continue probably to like adult alternative, stuff like that. So find out what she's interested in. For me, for you guys who already know me, I'm very into alternative rock, and you also know that I'm very into the Avett Brothers. So if I found out that if a young guy talked to me and he said, my favorite group is the Avett Brothers, I'd be like, be still my heart. I must talk to you. Let's go in the corner somewhere and talk for like the next 20 minutes about the Avett Brothers music because they write to me, it's poetry. So I'm very unusual because I have like this specific group in general that I like, but I think all my friends and women my age, we all love to hear music from decades ago and also the current music now that is not too like young, too poppy. That's just me. But some girls do like that. Hey, Karen, I'm 32 and I really like this 54-year-old woman I met at a level where I can't control myself. We went out together once and we still meet every Friday in the sauna. She doesn't say yes or no. Where are you? You're at a health club? What do you mean in the sauna? But that's cool. Cool things. Thank you, Robin, from Essex. Okay, yeah. So, questions. Do cougars like smelly farts? That's a mature. I can tell you right now, Liam Meow, you're probably not going to do well with older women because they're not going to have patience for those kind of stupid things. Spoken words, thank you for the invitation to marriage, but no. Let's see. Show them arm muscles. There's my arm muscle. The thing right now is my shoulders bugging me. So my arms are not as toned because I'm not able to do yoga. I love yoga. By the way, if you love yoga and you can have that in common with someone who's older, that's great too. If you love it, try to find things that you can have in common with an older woman. Obviously music or art or books or movies or anything that's pop culture is something you guys can talk about. But find out what makes her tick. Find out, what is she interested in terms of like everyone has a family. Does she have a family? Does she have brothers, sisters? Does she travel? What are her interests? Does she like wine? Wine is a good one. William Topper, you're older than me. Who cares? It's a mindset. When I say cougar, I'm talking about confidence. Older, unique, genuine, assertive, and talk about just people who are, age. It's not about the age. It's more about the inner stuff that I'm talking about. The confidence and the independence and the security, self-awareness, those kind of things. That's what makes what I think about cougar, not necessarily just someone who's older. So being able to hold a convo in a non-sexual environment where she feels comfortable and slowly lead her to a more sexually charged environment like your place, right? Aha! I love this. I'm going to take this little comment here. I'm going to pin it. I don't know if I can remember how to pin. Here you go. I'm pinning this comment. No, I can't pin it here. Bummer. All right, well, I like that comment. So I'm going to try to figure out how to save this comment. There we go. I'm going to read this comment again because I thought it was very well stated. Leggy. I don't know what LGY means, but maybe you're leggy. Being able to hold a convo in a non-sexual environment, non-sexual meaning like you're not in bed, where she feels comfortable and slowly lead her to a more sexually charged environment like your place, right? Yeah. Or her place. I always liked going to my place because you never know with the younger guys, especially what they're gonna, what their place is gonna look like, and or if I want to get, him out early, I could just say, "See ya." Yeah, it's a Buddha necklace there, Paul. Thank you, JB. My question is, what can I do to make her more interesting without being nerdy? You want to make her more interesting without being. You want to make yourself more interesting, you mean? Without being nerdy. I just gave you several examples. For example, more examples. What does she like to read? What movies, what series? Right now with Netflix having so many phenomenal shows, like I can tell you right now, if someone said, what are your favorite shows on Netflix? I would like, let's have a huge conversation because I have some great favorite shows like Ozarks or Handmaid's Tale or I'm Dying Up Here or Game of Thrones or Mrs. Maisel. What is it? The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. What other ones do I love? Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Shameless is my favorite. So yeah, that's a great place to start. It's so easy. Everyone watches TV. You could always talk about television, or just talk about things that are on right now. Talk about if you're watching something on TV and there's you're in Dallas and you want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys playing football. People are interested in talking about anything. So those are really good suggestions for you to talk about with any woman, because especially if she's like me, she's definitely very attuned to what's going on on TV or in the movies, or even this. I travel a lot, so I know a lot about the movies that are on right now because I'm watching them all on the monitors. Cool thing, she's a truck driver. I mean, to make her more interested. Well, I hope that helps you. Let me know if this helps you. If you still need clarity, let me know. By the way, if you guys want and you want to have like messaging personally about yourself, go to my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/KarenLee. And that way I can specifically message you confidentially about your problems or your issues or your challenges or your suggestions that you need from me about anything. Thank you, Bryson. I'm glad things are going well for you and Cam. That's very sweet. Cam is my son. He's a stand-up comedian. We do a podcast together, and it's called Sex Talk with My Mom. If you guys have not seen it, it's hilarious. We do talk about that, how we started that podcast on Megyn Kelly show. By the way, look what I bought myself. Megyn Kelly Today Show mug. Yeah, it was. I saw actually Jimmy Fallon walking through the corridor when I was waiting outside. We had our own little dressing room, which was called the camper, and it was like the motif was a camper. If you want to see any of the pictures and videos that we did when we were Megyn Kelly, go to Instagram, Sex Talk with My Mom. You'll see all those. So it's Sex Talk with My Mom. Check it out on Instagram. You'll be able to see behind the scenes stuff that we were able. They wouldn't let us do a lot of the videos and pictures because you're not allowed to. But we did get some stuff in there, so you'll be able to see stuff that we did at Megyn Kelly shoot, which was last Thursday in New York. So yeah, I'm from Chicago. I lived most of my life in Chicago. That's what the accent is, besides the Family Guy Lois. And then I moved from Chicago to Los Angeles 2 years ago, and I go back and forth. So, and then last weekend I was flown by NBC with my son from Los Angeles to New York to film the Megyn Kelly show. And then yesterday we flew back from New York to Los Angeles, and we were delayed. So it took like 10 hours for a minor mechanical issue. That's my dog, Gus, freaking out about something. I have 3 kids, Rudiato. Well, I feel like we don't have anything interesting to talk about anymore. What's the matter, Hurt Locker? So remember when I said my girlfriend just wanted to be besties? Now you don't have anything to talk about anymore? Hurt Locker, I gave you some really good suggestions there. No, I mean, we need to talk further about what's going on. I mean, why are you having a hard time with that? What are some options we can use to make our conversations more interesting and stuff? That's on you. You know, what are your interests, and how can she be involved in your interests and vice versa? Try to see what it is that you guys have in common. If you don't have anything in common, that is an indicator that maybe move on. You know what I'm saying? You need to have some things that you have to have some commonalities. You don't have to have the exact same sense of humor. Like, I don't think I necessarily have the exact same sense of humor as my boyfriend, but we do like comedy. We like going to comedy shows. We like going to concerts. We like going to sporting events. We like watching sporting events. I'm a Bears fan. He's a Giants fan. You know, you can find some commonality. Again, I sound like Lois. Thank you, Radiato. Have you ever done any form of entertainment work? Yes. I've been doing entertainment work on YouTube now since 2012, but I've also done commercials, and I've also been behind the camera. I created videos and short like montages and films for special events. I directed some special events, videos. I've done a lot of work in the entertainment field, and most of my family is involved in some form of entertainment as either writers or musicians. I'm very involved in that industry. Second, an old friend from high school has been texting me, and I don't know if she likes me or if she just wants someone to talk to. Here's another thing, guys. Really important. If you want to date an older woman, there's a lot of older women who just do not want that text thing. That's it. I mean, maybe they want to start with texting, but eventually it gets like, okay, I'm texting nonstop and I'm really not having any kind of meaningful conversation. Older women may need you to pick up the phone and have a conversation on the phone. If you want to have sex with an older woman, I just can get demonetized right now. If you want to have sex with an older woman, you have to be comfortable talking on the phone with her. And a lot of guys have problems with that part. But if you don't feel comfortable talking on the phone, maybe you're not going to be comfortable sexually. So don't rush into having sex, by the way. I had a long conversation with one of my son's friends over the weekend about just enjoy the tease. Once you have sex, you can't go back to, oh, we're just going to kiss. So don't push to go right into the sex part, because that's also going to put a lot of pressure on you. Almost every guy I've been with and any guy I talk to, young, old, whatever, has a very difficult time the first time that they're together with a woman, because there's so much in their head and it's affecting what's down below. So they're having a hard time, like, not thinking about, like, what if I get soft? What if I can't perform? What if I come too fast? What if I don't come at all? What if I can't get hard? All these things are going on, plus wearing a condom. So don't rush into having sex that first night. Just let it kind of develop. Get to know that person. And like I said, talk to her on the phone. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone and have a conversation. She'll appreciate that. A lot of it's a chicken's way out only to text. So stop with, I know it's easy to do that. And right now with swiping this way, swiping that way, it's easy just to, go back and forth, but you're never going to get anything quality if you do it that way. Okay. I'll just take things slow for now because my old friend is in another state as well. Take the things slow and don't feel like you have to push yourself, hurt locker into just being with one person. It's good to have experience. So, you can be with many people, not just sexually, but, in a relationship or conversations, just to see what you like and what you don't like. Bryson, go Cowboys. See, there you go. I mean, go Cowboys, go Bears, go whoever you are. It's just fun to be able to talk sports with, especially if someone's interested in sports. Of course, there's a lot of women that may not be interested in sports, but you could find something that they're interested in. Hi, I'm from the UK. What have I missed? We're just talking generalities right now, I think, basically. Our boy. You don't sound like Lois to me. She has a higher voice. Okay. I can't stand texting in women that use their cell like a damn PC. That isn't what it's for. Echo. Okay. Oh, please. I'm only into hand-related things or oral things. Okay, Herlacker. Okay, Mastermind. How can I find out that a married woman is interested in an open relationship, especially when I meet her for the first time in a public place? That is a tough question. I'm believing that women that are in an open relationship are pretty direct about it. So if you're having a conversation and whatever reason you're getting the vibe that she wants to go further with it, again, I don't think you should jump into. There's so many diseases out there and all kinds of issues. Even if you wear a condom, I wouldn't jump into being with a stranger on the first night unless, you had a serious talk first. Have a talk. Don't be afraid to say, what are your thoughts on condoms? I'm going to always wear a condom, especially at the beginning, until both of us get tested in our monogamous relationship. Just be smart. Don't get yourself. There's so many things out there that no one realizes, and it's not worth. Especially pregnancy, it is like you're going to be tied into some person that you don't even know for the rest of your life if you get someone pregnant on the first time you're with them. So just be very careful. Be smart. If you're going to play adult games, be an adult. I should write that down someplace. I like that. What do you guys think of that? All right. I'm going to have to go soon. So, okay, let's see. All right. Okay. What else? We got about 3 more minutes, and then I gotta go. Watching a documentary on Cheryl Cohn Green's practice. Bryson, not sure who that is. Tell me about that. Any dating websites? I've tried. I truly don't know. My son likes Hinge for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Again, when it comes to older women dating, I would go on traditional dating sites and put in, I like women that are 40 and up, or whatever you want. I would suggest that you put in your parameters. You'd be surprised how Megan Kelly asked me this. She's like, why wouldn't young guys want to be with young girls? You'd be surprised how many older women want to be with younger guys and vice versa. It's a great dynamic. It's a great feeling to be with someone that is still enjoying life on both sides. And sometimes, like, older men just are so angry because of some of the stuff that they've gone through, and they just take it out on the people that they're with. Goodbye to Jennifer and David. And let's see, Seahawks, Cougars love football. Thank you there, Tiger, Texas. Hey, Chris. A sex surrogate. A movie was made about her called The Sessions. Oh, I never saw that. I'm going to watch that. Thank you for sharing that. What is better, a guy taking you out to dinner, cooking for you at a house, or a picnic afternoon? All the above sound great. It just depends on, the situation and how comfortable you are. Some women can be totally turned on by somebody cooking for them. I happen to love it. But I also think that for a first date, what if you guys don't get along that well? I would stick to maybe a dinner out somewhere. But I don't know. Again, I think all the above are great. I don't think there's one that's better than the other. I love when I get messages from an older woman. I always get a good feeling from them enjoying themselves and pleasing me. Awesome, Marshall. Thank you for your tips on older women. They are more serious and they know what they want in and out of bed. Also, they are so much more damn beautiful. Oh, there you go, Alfredo. It is pretty amazing to me how many, successful relationships there are with this dynamic. Milfmania, you're with your cougar. That's great. Say hi. Say hi to all my fellow cougars out there. Oh, I'm with my cougar wife. Let's see. All right, shut the fuck up. What the hell? Why are you guys fighting on here? Jim, you were 27, she was 49. Let's see. You guys stop fighting on my wall. I feel like I'm with children then. Let's see. How freaky am I? What? All right. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking for any comments here that say goodbye. All right. There's too many to read. You guys turn on your notifications from now on to let you know when I'm on live. I try to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As I said, in the last week or so, I've been traveling so much that I haven't had a chance to do them, but I plan to try to get on a regular schedule soon. My birthday's coming up. Make sure that you wish me happy birthday. Best way to do that is if you with my mom and write a little review about our podcast. That's a good birthday present. So I know that some of the viewers are childish, but all right. What are you going to do? Anyway, kisses to all, and I love you. Keep spreading the love, babies. Bye-bye.